It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know, we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I'll tell you.
When I see you again.
Positive one. And a few words come to mind when I think about our stories. Friendship, laughter, compassion, loyalty, acceptance, and above all, diversity. It was within the boundaries of this school that the outside world did not matter. And for that portion of the day, our friends and family were our class and schoolmates. Tempe High School had a label of being a multicultural school, and this indeed was the case. For it was this diversity that made us unique, and where people from different social, economic, or religious backgrounds were able to unite whilst learning. People, regardless of weight, looks, height, colour, or race, were treated as equals, an attribute that unfortunately, in this day and age, is slowly dying. Saying that, we did have some classical moments in Tempe High history. I myself was a late bloomer. A lot of my story happened after school. And sorry, but DCM stories are not for tonight, guys. Some memorable moments took place that some of us have forgotten, while some of us are still trying to bury those memories. Who could forget school hangouts, school discos, hangouts at Tempe Reserve, nights together at Rowers? No, he's all went there. Right. Mark Adeling's first burnout at St. Peter's Macca's. And the multiple birthday parties shared by classmates. And yes, you can all admit it, you've all been there. The nights and parties we had at Maroubra Seals Our year advisors, who can forget Mr. Carmichael? Those shades, always looking the cool cat, not knowing what he's really thinking or looking at under those glasses. Or Miss Woods, who ended up inheriting us from year 11. She also did a good job. I'm getting to that. I never found out if those stories about her and the students were true or not. Many, many wonderful memories. Where do I start? Do I start with my basketballers? Obviously, we kicked ass, guys, didn't we? Yeah. It wasn't easy for you blokes, but I did my best. I did my best. What about the Oval girls? You know who you are. The same girls who have to stay on the Oval each possible 3 minute, chirping away like birds in a nest. Seriously, how much can a woman possibly talk? Actually, don't answer that one, eh? The handball players. Stephen, going away with his Tomos and his with Bobby and Tommy. The models, Sasha and Vegas. They're always chatting up someone or something, somewhere. The Massa boys beatboxing in the courtyard. Maria and Gina standing over, looking to stand over someone or steal their lunch. Lydia, the lawyer, always arguing with someone. Jackie and Kate, our own dancing ABBA queens. Ines and Kwame arguing about cricket or the formula for the theory of relativity. Paul Lopez, Larry and Kiri, Tempe Highs and Socceroos. Or Harry, Ahmed and Alam. Without a doubt, I want to get jumped started. The list goes on and on and on. Classical moments in Tempe High would have to be, I think you'll all have to agree, without fail, no one in history can top Barry Jonas. Fresh from going to ice skating, pulling out a fake gun, and the dollars for ordering. I wish one of the broadcasters would give me $2 so we can avoid this whole mess. Just to walk up the road and get the tactical response group to play judging That's going to be a classical moment. I bet not many of you remember, or want to remember, the concert that we won as part of the radio competition. Yes. I didn't believe it was Ross at the time. Ah, you all remember, eh? Okay. Ross was big at the time, and we had to perform in our hall, only to call off the concert midway because of idiots pulling off the bottom of the chairs and throwing them on the floor. Seriously, only Tempe High. Only Tempe High. What about Mr. Mallet for his eyebrows? Teaching us how to make alcohol in science class. How the hell was this approved by the Department of Education? I remember, how about school camps? Year 8 school camp. Young, stupid, just a few words to describe us at the time. For the boys, I remember being forced to sit outside in the cold in Canberra, freezing, away from our hotel room, separated from the rest of the class. The funny part was, even though there was the boys were outside, the girls were just as bad.
No, we were angels.
They were just as bad also in the outside cold with us. Marco trying to jump outside to sneak a peek on the girls. All the boys throwing wet paper towels against the walls and ceilings. We all deserve to be put outside in the cold that night. I don't think either the students or the teachers slept much that night. Year 11 camp. Where do I start? Most of you went. Was it the fear of being stung by the blue ring octopus? Or watching Nick Fakis attempt to play it? How many times do you think you felt Nick? The only funnier part was when Nick tried to double kayak. Was that what you said? We all know that ended up. Or what about the red group? Was anyone in the red group here? No? Well, the red group came back in the middle of the night after a long kayaking expedition to meet us in the mess hall where we were all having dinner to find out that there was no bloody food there. Okay, the highlight of the camp is a disputed one to this day. I'll let you guys actually be the judge. It's very important. Please pay attention. It's a disputed one. It's a pretty serious matter. It's between Stephen and his homemade bomb that never went off. I don't know if you remember we video recorded it.
Nick.
Nick.
It's not for a man, so that counts in 6 months.
You're pretty lucky, because in this day and age you'd probably be charged with terrorism. Or, and I'm surprised we didn't get a contract after this, Nelson Lewis and myself winning the talent quest for singing in the heat of the night. I'll let you guys decide on that one. Australian Idol wasn't out then, but if it was, Nelson and I were going places, I'll tell you that much. Sleep on that camp was not for the faint-hearted. Everyone was on guard waiting for the next person to fall asleep, knowing what's in store for them. I remember saying stuff that I could no longer stay awake. I only remember to find myself wake up in the middle of the night, sticky tape to the bed multiple times, with shaving cream and lipstick applied to my face. Probably the first time I gave myself my lipstick. But no one copped it more than Kid. He fell asleep and the boys went to town on him. He ended up looking more like Ronald McDonald than a human being. Kid, do you remember what happened to you on the train ride home? Do you cop more riding and lipstick on your face and put it this way, Kid, like a Guys, moving on, my first Tempe High School wedding was at of Maria Murphy at the time. A new chapter, the rebel was tying the knot, and it was a whole new experience for both her and obviously her friends around her. My heart warns to say that only recently when I reconnected with Maria, I found out that she's still married with children to her husband and a school sweetheart. Lauren and Mary, congratulations. Well done. Good to see you. Lily and Tommy, if I ever saw a power couple in my life, you two should be running Australia. God knows you're the outside home. Blimey, since Lily's not here, I could hope she told me about her rebellious days. When graffiti was in back in the day, Lily was known to be putting up Joker in every school, in every probably class in Tempe High. Guys, in this day and age, it's a beautiful thing to see couples in for the long haul. So hats off to you guys and congratulations. I'm married 11 years to my soulmate, my beautiful wife, and catching you guys. Many more wonderful memories, but I don't want to take up the time. It is these experiences that have bonded us all together. Many different backgrounds, all finding common ground and tolerance that made us who we are today. I sometimes get asked, do you regret the things you have done when you were younger? And my answer may surprise people, and I say no. Or if it were not for the path I've taken, I would not be where I am today. Finally, tonight is a celebration and reflection of the times and memories shared by us as a group that helped us mould us to the people we are today. I hope you all enjoy the night. Look forward to catching up with all of you. A lot of people I've not seen in a long time, so please enjoy the night, drink up, socialise, have a dance. But above all, please join me for a toast. Thanks for the memories and cheers to the future. Thank you. We're trying to put a couple of surprises. Sorry about that. Trying to put a couple of surprises here and there. I have Stephen. I have also a little present for you guys. Some of you may not want to see it, but some of you may actually take you down memory lane. It is a revised revision of the yearbook.
For those of you that weren't there, don't remember me being there. I just thought I'd take a second and just ask that we remember those that can't be with us for whatever reason that may be. So yeah, if you could please charge your glasses and just remember those that couldn't join us tonight and be those people in our minds. And thank you.
Cheers, thank you. Stephen, can you join me, please? And we'd like to to invite the teachers up to have a few words.
Okay. Just sit on your chair. Just coming. I'm gonna bring the microphone to them. So we've been privileged to have some teachers here, and they're going to say a few words. I'm not going to ask them the hard questions, but I've asked them to prepare something, just something small, and it's going to come to the end. They're going to go one by one, and then if you have a question for them, I'm going to bring a microphone to you, and then you can ask if there's something you want to know. But first of all, we'll pass it. We'll start with Paul, Mr. Loyan, and we'll go down to the end. Okay?
Thanks, Steve. Well, this year you guys are very special to me because you are a reminder of my first year of teaching. So, my first year of teaching was 1994, and I taught the girls' class in year 10. And for those students in that class will remember that I taught you science. I was one of those teachers who actually, when we did chemistry, we studied alcohols, so we made alcohol, tasted it, and I had the harebrained idea that a great excursion would be to take you to the city and watch a movie with Meg Ryan and Anthony, I don't know who it was, but when a man loves a woman and basically she becomes an alcoholic. I thought that was a great idea. I don't know what I was thinking, it wouldn't fly today, that's for sure. But needless to say, I think, from my memory, that was one of the best excursions for science you've had for a long time. So, I'm sorry, movie. But look, I lasted with you guys to 1996. I left in 1996. I did talk physics for a number of you. I remember teaching physics on Saturday. I got Mr. James' permission to get the keys to the school to do physics for half an hour to an hour. And then we played handball, where I was basically beaten left, right and centre by handball by Tommy Savesky and Billy and so forth along the way. But I left for a number of reasons, but I can tell you first and foremost, I did not leave because of you guys. And I mean this seriously, because yes, I was sort of like taken aback. Oh, I'm going to be working at Tempe, a challenging school, but I loved the multicultural aspect. I loved the diversity, and most of all, what I loved was you guys were genuine, real, and yes, there were some hard cases amongst them, but the point is, I love the fact that what you saw is what you got, and you were genuine. That's why I was excited to come here, because you remind me of something that makes teaching worthwhile. Thank you.
First of all, it's quite a privilege to be here. I was quite impressed and surprised when Spiro contacted me and said, would you like me to turn up to the reunion? And I thought, absolutely. Brought back some great memories. And when Stephen did say to me, can you remember a few stories of what happened with this lot when we were back at school? And Paul reminded me of one very interesting one when he spoke about going to the movies. Year 8 history. I won't embarrass the person who's sitting here, but you know who you are. It was year 8 history, and we were doing the Depression, and we saw the movie Father, in the video room in the library. Now, if you remember, if you saw the movie, Father dies at the beginning, and the whole story is told in flashback. Anyway, so we've seen the movie, and we watched the end of it, and then it's finished, and we're talking about it in class, and this mental giant puts his hand up and I said, guys, what do you think of the movie? It was great, sir, except for one thing. What was that? How could the horse have won all those races we got at the beginning? So I just said, think about it. No. And when you guys were here, I remember Mr. Doherty and I actually took an excursion with you guys down to just the Iron Harbour to the IMAX Theatre. Now, Mr. Doherty had had a rough night the night before, and we're sitting there and he'd fallen asleep. Now, one of you turned around and had a look. Movie finished, and you actually said to him, "You weren't looking, I saw you go to sleep." His answer was classic. "Mate, teachers don't pay for the movies, so because we don't pay, I wasn't allowed to watch." Remember that one? And lastly, one of my other memories is I was giving back your trial exam papers in modern history. Once again, no names. And one of you said to me, "How did I go?" And I just said, "Well, let's just say that your exam mark wasn't as high as your IQ. It wasn't a good mark." Other than that, in the time I spent at Tempe, it was 20 years. I actually escaped in 2001 and spent the last 15 years at a different school. It doesn't compare. My memories of Tempe for the 20 years have made, it's my 35th year in this job. I don't have any grey hair, by the way. But, yeah, but it's the memories that I really treasure. And even now, I could be in a shopping centre, walking down the street, and this really old person will come and say, "Hi, sir, do you remember me?" And I'm thinking, "No, you're older than I am. How can I remember you? You're older than I am." But having said that, it's a job that we have all really treasured, and it's purely because of the relationship we have developed with you people that have made it worthwhile. Because teaching is a job that you either have a passion for or you don't, because it can be the world's greatest job it can kill you. I've been lucky enough to be in a position where I've dealt with some wonderful people, had some great experiences, and I wouldn't stop for anything else. And thank you to all you people.
You know it's a 20-year reunion when your teacher has to put on your glasses, right? Look, you'll have to indulge me a little bit because I've got a couple of things to say. First of all, on behalf of Mr. Khan, he's not here, but he's here. He's always here. So, you know how much of a champion fellow he is. He's always in my heart, he's always in my thoughts. I'm sure he's in yours tonight, and I know that he's immensely proud of all of you. And if he was able to be here, he would be sitting front and centre here, and he'd be basking in the reflected glory of all of your successes. So, on behalf of him, wherever he is, he's looking down on you, don't worry. So he's immensely proud. All right, so that's the nice stuff, because he's a champion fellow. I'm looking at, in 4 years, on page 46 of the readings. There's a couple of things that have probably come to fruition over that time. Mr. Luyan is still smiling. Well, he is. So that's worked out. Mr. Gazoulis is totally bald. That's pretty close. There's one that concerns me though. And it says here somewhere, Mr. Doherty is married to Goran. Now, I love Goran. And the first thing I said to him when I walked in tonight was, "What about those Rabbitohs?" Because he's a long-suffering Newcastle supporter. Now, we know that gay marriage is not legal. However, if it was, he's a very attractive man. Sorry. I'm very fortunate to have been invited tonight, and on the way in, I actually said to Spizzy, "Who are these kids?" I'm trying to remember 96 because, well, you've probably got well over 100 years of teaching amongst all of us, and as much as you might remember us, it becomes a bit problematic over all those years. But as soon as I walked in those doors, and I guess I went over to that table first, and I saw your faces, whether it's Nick or whomever it might be, Rui, the memories just start flooding back. So it doesn't matter that 20 years has passed, because all I remember is those 2.5 years that I had. I started in 94, and obviously you guys left in year 12. And those memories are wonderful, because it was a difficult place when I first started there. But testimony to you kids is the fact that we've made the effort to come here tonight, because you're the first reunion that I've been to. And I dare say for many of us here, that's a reflection of the quality of you kids. And I've had a couple of conversations with you tonight, and you may well have come from difficult circumstances, but as they say, the cream rises to the top. And in front of me tonight is testimony to that. So To the organisers tonight, congratulations. It's a wonderful night. Thank you for the opportunity to share in that occasion. My only very quick memory before, because everyone knows I can talk about water, but the last thing I will say, my memory of the kids in your year was our basketball team. And whilst I refused to take any of the glory for that, Greg, I think, and maybe Eric was in that team as well. Yeah, so I'm sorry if I miss anyone else. I know there are a couple of faces there that I remember, but certainly that basketball team who achieved quite substantial success, and our visit to McDonald's at the end of it, it was a great time for me. I was a young teacher and I was still learning, and they were lovely boys. And when I first got appointed to Tempe, there was a lot of concern because the reputation wasn't as strong as what it could be, but I never felt that. You were lovely kids, and I have taught in some difficult schools. You were lovely kids, and that basketball team, and Kwami's over there with our cricket team. We had some training one day, and I thought I'd do some high catches with them. And once I watched the ball escape through the hands a couple of times, fearful that it would smash their faces and I would be answering to the Department of Education, I abandoned that drill. But they were wonderful memories. 20 years has gone much too fast. Congratulations on tonight. It's a major achievement. Don't let it die here. Make some sort of commitment tonight to keep it up and enjoy your night. And honestly, on behalf of all of us, thank you for the opportunity to share it. Great.
Thank you. Nick Fakers, what happened? Please tell us. Now you look like me, mate. Now you know what it is to be a real man. Get all the best chicks. Okay, you guys must all remember Nick, Eric, Sasha. What were they at school? They were the womanizers, weren't they? Nick, right now, looking over there, you've smashed them both. Sorry. They got no girls the other time. We're talking about year 8 now, when they were 12 or 13. Okay. Now, I walked around before, and about 80% of you, I think I recognised, a couple that I didn't. Which, you know, is a good thing because I reckon 10 years ago, I probably only remember 30% of the people. I even remember this girl here who told me, that she left early, Amanda? Yes, but she said that I was the best teacher ever, so thanks, Amanda. Anyway, looking over there, Kylie White. Lake. You know, I've got to say a few things about her. Year 8 camp. Please don't, right? She reminded me earlier, so now, she had a camera, one of those $15 cameras that you buy from the service stations. And she's going, sir, it won't work. I'm looking at it. I opened it up, no film in it. I'm your Kylie. And of course, how many years of Greek did you study at Tempe?
No.
Do you know how to say hello? Do you remember that story? Mr. James said to me, are you trying to tell me that Kylie's done 3 years of Greek at Tempe and can't say hello? I said, yes. He blasted me. That was one blast. Second blast was when I was slipping beers to you guys in your year 12 formal. So all those beers I gave you, you've given back tonight. And gee, you know I'm getting old. I'm teaching now kids of you people here. Valentina, Mrs. Murphy, you know, it'll be my time to go when I'm teaching your grandkids. So I'll be there for a little bit longer. Deanne, you're always my favourite. I taught a lot of you guys in junior maths, if you remember. I'm just looking around. I don't know, I mean, I can say all sorts of things. But anyway, it's not about me, it's about you guys being together. Just don't forget to invite us on your 40th reunion. We'll be here. And hopefully Sasha might have a girl with him then. Anyway, thank you very much.
How awesome was that? That's absolutely fantastic to have the teachers here to say that. I do want to say one thing to George Papasava, and it's been on my mind for 20 years, and Paul Lopez. So Paul Lopez, come out please. Over here, thank you. I do want to mention something. In year 11, we had to do World War II an assessment task. And I copied his brothers. Word for word. And you gave me 20 out of 20. You remember that? No. And Paul copied his brothers, word for word, and you gave him 14. And Paul, he reminds me of that all the time, and I just said, look, I don't know what to say to you. Maybe I'll put more pictures, maybe Mr. Papasava likes me more, I don't know. Why did you give him 14?
Well, the answer was obvious. Because on question 3, you wrote, I don't know. I spoke to him and I said, I think you might have cheated. And he got offended. And he said, you can't prove that. I said, well, hang on, mate. On question 3, he wrote, I don't know, and you wrote, neither do I. So I think that gave it away.
Thank you. Before we finish with the teachers, as I said, does anyone want to ask a question? Put your hand up so I can bring you a microphone. Anything. You're not going to see these guys again. If you have something on your mind, a confession, right now is the time.
You can propose, Goran, if you want. It's inevitable.
Okay, no one? Okay, we'll leave it there. Thanks, guys.
Times of Tempe, how we will look back with joy and pride. Wherever we will go and whatever we may do, our learning will be our guide. So let us sing to the school on the hill, sing to its praise so high. For the born 42, let us try to achieve and try to follow in its light.
Well done, I think we didn't know that.
Okay, so now I'm just going to invite everybody to the dance floor. We've got some old school.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
way, and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
That's what you paid for, bro. That's what you get money's worth. Oh. Give me extra 50, I'll see what I got with this worth.